Researchers estimate there are 39 to 300 trillion microorganisms living inside the human body. Lucky for us, the majority of these microbes, called probiotics, are harmless. In fact, they are helpful in maintaining good digestive and immune health. Speaking of digestion, you may have heard that probiotics help you lose weight, but have you wondered how? Today we'll explain the role of probiotics for weight loss and share the tips for selecting the right probiotics for everyday use. Before going any further, I'll quickly brush up on what probiotics are. These are live bacteria and yeast present in the gut. Together, the microorganisms in the gut form the microbiome, or the microbiota. Think of the microbiome as a garden, but instead of plants, we have different strains of bacteria and living yeast. We normally call them good gut bugs because they are actually good for our bodies. I know, it's completely contrary to what you've heard about bacteria all your life. But probiotics actually maintain our digestive health. Some studies show that they may also help manage skin conditions and oral health. Similarly, research shows that probiotics may have a modest effect in common cold prevention. Now, let's get back to weight loss. What do probiotics have to do with it? And how do probiotics work for weight management? You see, there's a very complicated relationship between your body weight and the gut microbiota. It isn't completely scientifically understood yet how the gut microbiome affects weight loss and parameters related to it. But researchers have explained a few general mechanisms to describe the relationship between both factors. There have been quite a few interesting studies to understand how probiotics affect appetite regulation and obesity. Researchers have found that people with obesity have a less diverse probiotic population than lean individuals. Even more interestingly, those who have less diverse gut bacteria compared to their fellows tend to gain more weight. So the first thing we see is the diversity of the microbiota. But now, how does this diversity affect weight loss? Again, there's no well-defined mechanism. A simple explanation for why probiotics may help in reducing obesity is that they play an active role in keeping your gut healthy. A disruption in the gut's normal environment, which we call homeostasis, has been linked to increased weight gain. The gut microbiome may regulate nutrient acquisition and energy uptake in the body. When there is a disturbance in the gut microbiome, it may affect metabolic processes related to energy regulation and may increase your appetite. Thus, a healthy gut, combined with other factors such as proper sleep, physical activity, and a balanced diet, can help lower the risk of obesity. But there are a few other theories too, and I'll share a few of them. First of all, probiotics can be involved in fat metabolism, which is the process by which the body breaks down and uses fats. Some probiotic foods may actually inhibit the absorption of dietary fat. What happens as a result? Your body absorbs less fats from the food you eat, and some of it leaves your system through feces. Secondly, many of the overall benefits of probiotics are linked to four main bacterial and yeast strains: Bacillus spp, Lactobacillus spp, Bifidobacterium spp, Saccharomyces spp. Some strains belonging to these bacterial families play a significant role in fat metabolism. There's some evidence that bacteria in this family may not only lower fat absorption, but also may reduce fat storage. They can increase the levels of certain proteins that inhibit fat storage in the body. Besides this, probiotics in your gut may also stimulate the release of a hormone called glucagon-like peptide 1. Quite a tongue twister, this one. This hormone reduces your appetite so you don't get hungry too often. That's another reason you might lose weight upon taking certain probiotics. Thirdly, probiotics may also reduce inflammation in the body, which in turn lowers the risk of obesity. Let us explain. You see, there's a strong clinical evidence to show a link between high inflammation and obesity. Inflammation itself isn't a bad thing. Rather, it's very, very important. It's the process your immune system uses to recognize a foreign particle and start the body's defense response. But like the excess of everything else, too much inflammation is also bad. If there's a prolonged inflammation in your body, it could make you more prone to weight gain and type 2 diabetes. Probiotics also maintain good gut health, and this way supports your immune function as well as reduces inflammation. One thing is clear by now: probiotics are an essential component of our bodies. That's why there are so many probiotic supplements out there. Which brings us to our next point. How do you choose the best probiotics for weight loss? You see, the FDA does not regulate probiotic supplements, so there's no guarantee you're getting the bacteria the manufacturer has listed on the product package. It's on you to choose a reputable manufacturer. I'd suggest starting the vetting process by looking at the claims first. What is manufacturer promising their product would do? If they're hailing it as an all-in-one cure for all your problems, that's a red flag. Are they quoting wild numbers of pounds you'll lose in just 10 or 20 days? Another red flag. Go for manufacturers that do not make over-the-top health claims. Also, check if the facilities where they make their products follow the current good manufacturing practices mentioned, enforced by the FDA. The CGMPs are like a blueprint for safe and efficient manufacturing. They specify the standards for manufacturing facilities, processes, designs, and monitoring. If a manufacturer ticks all these boxes, they're most likely reliable. Our third tip for choosing the right probiotics is to pay close attention to quality testing. Ideally, I'd recommend going for a manufacturer who gets their products tested by a third party. It just helps clear the bias. Once you've selected the manufacturer, you then have to choose a probiotic from their selection. Remember the 4 strains we mentioned earlier? If you're choosing probiotics for weight loss, make sure you pick out a product with most, if not all 4 of those bacteria and yeast. Give top priority to the Lactobacillus family, especially a member called Lactobacillus gasseri. The bacterium has showed the most promising effects on weight loss in scientific studies. In one study, researchers found that taking Lactobacillus gasseri for 12 weeks did not only reduce body weight, but also lower the body mass index and waist size. So, it's just the ingredient you're looking for. 2 other strains that have shown positive weight loss results in scientific studies are Lactobacillus rhamnosus GG and Bifidobacterium breve B3. So, check the ingredient list for these 2. Another factor to look at is CFU, or colony forming units. That's the unit we use to measure the number of viable bacteria in every dose of probiotics. Typically, most probiotics have 1 to 10 billion CFUs per dose. There's no need to obsess over the more is better philosophy here, because a higher CFU count doesn't necessarily improve the product's health effects. It's best to discuss a CFU count or dosages with your healthcare provider before you administer probiotics. Having said all this, we want to reiterate that probiotics aren't the magic fix to all your health problems. If you want to truly benefit from them, you'd have to incorporate them into a larger plan that involves proper nutrition, exercise, and stress management. Most importantly, consult your physician or nutritionist to get their insight on your health, including weight. Once your nutritionist gives you the green light to use probiotics, your search for the best supplement will start. And that can take hours. Lucky for you, we spent those hours on your behalf. The first probiotic that lived up to our criteria was Ritual Synbiotic Plus, which contains clinically studied probiotics to improve gut health. Containing 11 billion CFUs per dose, the probiotic claims to support gut functions. But what if you need something that supports your gut function and also curbs your appetite? That's where Your Biology Gut Plus comes in. The probiotic contains billions of CFUs that, in combination with lifestyle changes, may aid in weight loss. Let's go on to our last pick. Remember how we talked about the effect of probiotics on inflammation? If you want to see that in action, give Best Factor Plus Next Gen a try. The probiotic formulation claims to improve your digestive and immune health while making you sleep better. Check the description below this video where you'll find the links to these supplements. Try at least one of them to see for yourself if probiotics really do work for weight loss. What do you say? Do you think probiotics really help in weight loss? Have you seen their effect firsthand? Share your experience with us in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Healthnews and click the bell icon to get a notification every time we post. See you next time.